The next thing we want to cover on this topic is the mindset. The mindset of sweet in the middle. The mindset. The person who is going to earn residual income or be sweet in the middle, what type of mindset are they going to have? This is very, very important, and I want us to pay very close attention to it, because desire is not enough. A lot of people desire to be able to make change in their life, but at the end of the day, they don't end up getting those results, because when you are getting newly into this world, you need to be able to change your identity. You need to align your core so that your mind can accept the fact that you can make money while you're sleeping. So that your mind can accept the fact that life or money making can be easy. So your mind can accept the fact that you can put effort in something and then it's completely different from you going to exchange your time for money. I'll tell you why. A lot of us have been born and been built that all of our life, they've indoctrinated us to be able to know that we have to exchange our time for money. A lot of us have been indoctrinated to a point that we've been led to know that, oh, the purpose is, hey, we work for 30 years, we save some of our money, we invest it into something else, and then we just keep working, and then after 30, 40 years, we will retire, and then, whatever we've kept aside will be, a lot of people, that's what it is. A lot of people have been indoctrinated to an idea that it's normal for them to only have 2 weeks vacation a year. It's normal that they don't even take their kids on vacation once every year outside the country where they live. It's normal to them. So all of a sudden, I'm saying, no, you can have time and money together. At least enough money to take care of your basic need. You can have that, and you can have that time as well. So it's a foreign concept to a lot of people. And now when they want to switch from what they've been indoctrinated to do, which is either you go to school, you graduate from school, you start to work, you stay there for 30 years, and you retire. Or you go to school, you graduate from school, you set up a business, and you work that business for 30 or 40 years, and then you retire. And now you're saying you go to school, you set processes and systems in place, and money begins to flow by you managing it at your own convenience, and you can spend time with what's most important to you. It becomes start conflicting. So we need to tweak their mind in a certain way. The ways that I recommend that was tweaking your mind, this I've learned from Miracle Mornings. And I'm just going from the book called The Miracle Morning by L. Arrods, but I'm just going to be breaking it down into some simple ones that you do. First of all, get into the world of affirmations. First thing that I do is I just start telling myself, it's possible to make money while I'm sleeping. It's possible that money is working for me. It's possible that money flows to me constantly and continuously in an increasing fashion. I start telling myself that. Then from there, I'm going to get into the world of scribing, which is journaling. I start writing it down. I can make residual income. I can make passive income. I can make royalties income. I can do things one time and I can get paid over and over for it. I can put in 3, 4, 5 hours of time on something a week and it can give me $5,000, and I keep writing it down. I keep writing it down. I keep writing it down. Because what happens in that situation is, bit by bit, as my identity begins to accept the concept of the possibility of that, bit by bit, the ideas, the universe start dropping the ideas, the resources, the people, the concept, all of that start dropping in my mind subconsciously. I don't bother about the how. I don't bother about how the opportunity will come. I know that the idea will drop into my mind once I start building my mind to accept the fact that it is possible. And that accepting the fact that it's possible is where a lot of people have challenges, because they cannot just fathom the fact that it's possible to earn income while you are putting limited amount of time. That's number one. Number two, and then number three, what I start doing is something called visualization. Remember we talked about affirmation? When I used to work corporate 9 to 5, I used to say to myself, oh, I travel all the entire world. Time is all, I have abundance of time. I get to spend time with the people and the things that I love the most. I've been saying it to myself for a very long time. And I started writing it down every morning. My gratitude book that I'm doing my journaling on, I just say I am thankful and I'm grateful that I get the chance to be able to spend a lot of time with my son and with my wife. I get a lot of time to spend with my son. I travel all over the world at my convenience. And I do the things that I love to be able to do, which is part of this. What I'm doing right now is one of the things that I love to do. One of my residual income generating opportunity allows me to do this a lot. So I do get to speak in events a lot. So I'm enjoying myself. I'm spending time with my family. It is important to me. I'm not rich like you know, those guys trying to sell the get rich scheme. But I can tell you, I have enough to be able to stay home, travel, enjoy what I want, and enough to be able to make sure that all of this work perfectly in harmony. And of course, number 3 is the visualization and the imagination, where you now begin to be able to think about it, begin to see it with your inner eye, because as far as your eyes can see, because you can try to see the end from the beginning. You are now visualizing, okay, how do I want my life? Right now, I know the type of car that I want. I know the type of home that I want. I'm still thinking bigger than the way it is right now. And I'm visualizing, I'm imagining it, because I'm conditioning my mind to accept the fact that all of this is possible, that I can have both time and at the same time have money together if I'm willing to be able to be creative enough to do that. I'm also visualizing that I can have opportunities that I don't have to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars on, that I can put in as little as 1,000, as little as 2,000, as little as 3,000, and it could generate income for me because I'm visualizing opportunities that come my way. I'm tuning my mind to hear the sounds of somebody saying something to me that will pick in my mind that there's a switch in the middle opportunity here, because I can connect A to B and make an income doing that. Number 4 is I start to read every single book that is out there on residual income, every single book that's out there on royalties, every single book that's out there in passive income, every book, it doesn't matter. I read a lot of Robert Kiyosaki, The Business of 21st Century, a lot of book on Tim Ferriss, on the 4-hour work week. I started looking at how to automate my system, how to, automate my system, how to make things work independent, how to leverage on resources, how to leverage on people, how to leverage on what I have, and how to be able to position all of that, how to use other people's money to be able to, do something, and then of course make them happy and make myself happy, by converting things over. I started to read almost everything that is in that market that can allow me to be able to get better and prepare my mindset towards being able to achieve what I need to be able to do. Number 5 is I meditate a lot on these things. If I didn't spell it well, you know that a guy who can spell really well can make money, while he's sleeping. So I meditate a lot. And meditation to me is just a silent time, not more than 10 to 15 minutes of my time a day, that I shut down everything and I control the pace of my thinking. And when I'm doing that, I'm just thinking of abundance of time, abundance of money, abundance of love, abundance of happiness. Because the universe did not create scarcity. The universe created abundance. We men created scarcity for ourselves. We created a design in ways and box ourselves in a box that allows us not to be able to grow to the abundance of the things that I want. So I spend a lot of time doing all of this meditation as well, a lot of time reading, a lot of time visualizing. I'm a student of Jim Rohn. I listen to Jim Rohn a lot. Jim Rohn is the mentor of Tony Robbins, who passed away so many years ago. I listen to him almost every single day. And I just continue to read in this place. I continue to practice my own visualization. All of this just for me to design my mind that it is possible. Because the most difficult part of the entire process of switch in the middle is the mind work. A lot of people don't believe, they doubt it. They don't believe, they feel there's something shady, scammy, scheme, that someone doesn't go to work, him and his wife, for 5 years, and they're living normal and they're traveling. There's something not right in the equation, because they've been indoctrinated to understand that there's only one way of doing things. Now we're trying to switch them to the other way of doing things, and then their mind can't just accept it. And what a mind cannot accept, a mind cannot manifest. So the mindset work is a critical part of getting there. So while you're moving there slowly, we want to be able to guide you to make sure that you design your mind in a way. Because once your mind accepts it, the opportunities begin to come to you. I've given you an example of just going to go and eat somewhere and the opportunity drops. I've given you an example of somebody who just sits and sees somebody doing something and the opportunity drops. It's always dropping, because in your mind your subconscious mind is now receptive to the idea that you can be sweet in the middle. The lesson learned for this chapter 3 is you do not have to have a lot of capital. You can have a little capital. You can have almost zero capital, and you can create residual income. The also lesson learned you're taking away from this is you need to be able to work on your mind for you to be able to make it happen. And the lesson learned is there are systems, processes, and procedures in place that once you position yourself for it, then the opportunity comes regardless of however you put it. I'll see you guys in chapter 4. I'm excited. And chapter 4, we're going to be talking about leverage. I'll see you guys soon.